Panda. I got broads in Atlanta. Just took the lean in the family. Credit cards and the scammers. Getting no licks in the band. Legacies.
Back to another video. Are you as talented as you'll ever be? Or do you have a lot left to learn? These attitudes represent two contrasting mindsets about personal potential. A fixed mindset suggests that your talents are set in stone. For example, a student with a fixed mindset may not study for a test because they believe they're smart enough already. A growth mindset, on the other hand, explains talent as a work in progress, which opens the door for change and progress. A student with a growth mindset will study for their test because they know they're still learning new things. To help you better understand the way you think, here are 6 signs that you have a growth mindset. 1. You take on challenges. Is struggling a sign of weakness? In a 2019 study, Yeager and others discovered that people with a growth mindset aren't afraid to struggle. In fact, they'll take on greater challenges because perseverance is more valuable in the long run. Imagine you have to choose between 2 different classes. The first is an easy A, while the second is challenging and time-consuming. Do you go for the easy class or the hard one? People with a fixed mindset usually choose the easier option. Instead of improving, they're focused on preserving their current standards, so they make choices that reduce the risk of failure. If you have a growth mindset, you're more likely to choose the harder class because you'll benefit more from the experience. 2. You help others grow. Yeager and others also discovered that people with a growth mindset help others improve. In this experiment, students wrote letters to younger students, giving them advice on how to grow and achieve in the future. Turns out, educating others about a growth mindset fosters your own desire to improve. Have you ever studied for a test by teaching concepts to a friend or family member? You retain more information because you have to conceptualize ideas in your own words. In the same way, students absorbed a healthier mindset by educating others. If you often find yourself helping other people, you've likely internalized a growth mindset too. 3. You love to learn. Learning is the backbone of personal growth. You adopt new passions, you explore new hobbies, you take an interest in subjects that you don't understand. People with a fixed mindset tend to stick to what they're good at. They stop learning new things because they don't want to see themselves fail. But if you have a growth mindset, you love to learn. Each time you learn something, the breadth of your knowledge grows. Your perspective changes, and you step outside of your comfort zone. If you have a growth mindset, no one is forcing you to experiment with new ideas. You like to do that all on your own. 4. You work overtime. Imagine it's 4:45 in the afternoon. You're wrapping up work for the day when suddenly you notice a huge problem. Do you stay late to resolve the issue or head home as soon as the clock strikes 5? A growth mindset encourages you to work overtime. You'll dedicate extra time and effort to your work because your goal is bigger than just earning a paycheck. You want a better understanding of your craft. You want to refine your work and develop your skills. So you're willing to make sacrifices as long as it benefits your performance in the future. But make sure you aren't working yourself too hard. Having dedication is an outstanding quality, but downtime is just as important for a healthy lifestyle. 5. You learn from the best. In a 2008 study, Nussbaum and Dweck found that your mindset changes your reaction to failure. In this study, people reacted one of 2 ways. Either they avoided the issue by trying to make themselves feel better, or they fixed the issue by learning from someone who had found success. Each of these reactions demonstrates your attitude towards personal growth. If you suddenly became defensive after experiencing failure, you may have a fixed mindset. You try to preserve your strengths, even if that means repeating the same mistakes. On the other hand, learning from someone else means that you have a growth mindset. You want to gather more information to solve the problem next time around. If you enjoy listening to teachers, mentors, and role models, your mindset may revolve around personal growth. And 6, you have high self-esteem. In the same study, researchers explored the relationship between growth and self-esteem. People with high self-esteem tend to be growth-oriented. When you expect yourself to be perfect, you put a lot of unnecessary pressure on yourself. But if you give yourself room to improve, you allow yourself to make mistakes and learn from those failures. Every time you learn something new, you grow a little bit more and slowly develop your self-esteem. Why? Because you can track the progress you're making. You can actually see yourself improving. If you have high self-esteem, you may have a growth mindset too. How has your mindset affected your life? Have you noticed yourself growing and changing? Let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe.